Today's trailer reaction is for Hellboy, the Crooked Man. Now, I watched the sneak peek of the first trailer and I was quite a bit harsh with it, saying it looks a bit very low budget. From what a lot of the comments are saying and online, this goes in line with the original comics by Mike Mignola. And I believe the film has a budget of 20 to 25 million, so it is quite a low budget. So I'm going to take my expectations away from what I've seen as Hellboy in those films that I was originally introduced to. I never read the comics, so my expectations of what Hellboy is, or my interpretation of what he looks like, came from the films. So I'm going to give it a chance, coming at it from a different angle as a newbie.
There's something going on here. I need to understand it. Like you do.
That's exactly why you shouldn't be here.
You might say a demonic entity falls under our expertise. Crooked Man's waiting on you.
That's interesting. Oh, you didn't want me to squash?
No, squashing's good.
I heard tales about him all my life. Most just called him the Crooked Man.
I thought Big Red wasn't scared of anything.
Well, I know something you're afraid of.
You hear something?
Your road ends in the dark like mine.
Let's just keep on coming.
It ain't even really begun.
Come on, Snake, let's rattle.
Let not your horns be troubled. By way they know not. I will make the darkness light and the crooked things straight. You doubt the power of prayer, son?
Just in case.
I'm finding it very hard to take myself away from Hellboy, the look of Hellboy. And if I kind of remove that character from it just for a second, I like the horror elements to it. It's very Evil Dead-ish in a lot of ways. There's a bit that I couldn't get away from this bit here. This frame here reminds me of Warwick Davis's Leprechaun.
No one takes a leprechaun's gold.
So if I take Hellboy out of the equation just for a second, I'm interested in the horror elements to it. And the Hellboy, from what I've seen in the films, is kind of going, no, this is not Hellboy. But from what I've read, I've got to give it a chance. And for the fact it's got 20-25 million budget, that is a low budget for a Hollywood film, in my opinion anyway. But it does look more interesting for a horror element. If I take Hellboy out of the equation, I'm kind of thinking, yeah, it looks very Evil Dead-ish. I like the horror elements. Then if you add Hellboy back into it, I might, when I see it, I might like it. I still don't think it's a cinema watch for me at this moment until I see reviews coming out. Then I might kind of go, do you know what, I'll go and see it. Kind of feel from what I've read online that it's more closer to the comics. It's not a reboot, I would say. Well, it is a reboot, isn't it? But it's a reboot going back to the comics you know, from what people are saying. So that part of me kind of thinking, right, I need to give it a chance. I like the lighting and the horror elements. Like, again, it's very Evil Deadish. What do you guys think? I never read the original comics. I was always into the Alien versus Predator franchise. I used to love those comics. What do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. Subscribe, it always helps. And yeah, until then, bye.